welcome to the Creative Experience. Today we're here with LANGO. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
What's up? I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I just dropped an album called Warthog. It's been out since my birthday, July 12th. And yeah,
So, how do you think you've developed as you've been releasing music leading up into this project?
I think the biggest thing I had to learn to do better was mixing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I always had like the right idea and the right approach, but I just didn't know how to make it sonically pleasing, mixing and mastering wise.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with Warthog, I finally like figured out how to make it like good quality. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. So, what has been the difference between this album and your last album? Like, not just sonically, like, what is, like, different? What is, like, how has it affected you differently?
I think conceptually is way different.
Mm-hmm.
I think I took a more cohesive approach to a concept, like as far as like the what I'm wearing to every show,
Mm-hmm.
the album cover, the name, and just the ideology behind it. And I wouldn't say I would say I bring the same emotion and the same like vulnerability to each album, but I think artistically, like aesthetically,
Mm-hmm.
I did something more precise.
I feel
But
that.
affecting me, like this album made shit way better.
Mm-hmm.
My first album didn't. It kind of got looked over.
I feel that. What does Warthog mean to you?
It was really just the first thing that came to my head. Like
Mm-hmm.
that song Warthogs, I was making that, and like at first it was just like a ballad,
Mm-hmm.
but then I added drums and like and a verse on it, and you know it kind of is the soundtrack. Like it's kind of the main song to the album, even though everybody likes New World. Warthogs is the one that's like that's what started the whole idea.
Yeah. So, like,
I would say like I was looking at like Warthogs, the animal, and like I relate to it just based on how vulnerable like
mm-hmm.
that shit. Everything wants to eat that shit, bro.
Yeah, that ass.
And it's like that's the approach I came with on the album. Like I'm trying to put everything out. Like y'all can take whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So, do you think that this was more of a themed album than anything? Like, you kept a continuous theme throughout. Like, it was
Yeah.
like,
I think that's what I wanted to do.
mm-hmm.
Even with my last album, but I didn't like figure it out. But this time I tried to keep a theme and bring it everywhere, like even to the shows, even to the live performances.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing scrubs, rapping my face. You know, I got people coming with pig masks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like every step, even the music videos, like I'm every once in a while throwing in like that imagery.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. What does stage presence mean to you?
That's the ultimate thing to, I think, when you're like a recording artist, or I personally love performance art.
Mm-hmm.
I like plays. I like magicians and shit, the shit they do. Like, I think being able to capture a crowd is, like, live, being able to capture people is way more, like, it's a more of a testament to your artistic ability than
Mm-hmm.
to just put a song out.
Exactly.
Because I think at this point, that's, anybody could do that shit. But can you, in a person's face, like, make them dial into what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit I love. Like, so that's why I try to elevate each performance. I try to do some crazy shit, bro.
Exactly. And it's more personal, too. Because when you're listening to music through your headphones, you're like, oh, they were doing the same thing as me. They're sitting at their computer, and I'm just listening to this
A
here.
12-year-old could do this. Like, I'm not doing shit. It used to be, wow, like, you can make music at home. You don't need a studio. Like, nigga, that shit don't matter no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because 12-year-olds do that.
Yeah, like that.
It's really about how can you make your shit real life. Like, I may not have 1 million followers, but I bet you my show is gonna be fucking lit just
Mm-hmm.
because I know how to bring this shit into reality. Like, I know how to show people. I know how to talk to people. I know how to like be vulnerable and transparent and open up and show my art. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
I think people get too caught up on the online, and that's important because that's how people find you first. Most of the time.
Who do you think your performance inspiration would be? Like, who do you look at that you see performing and you're like, I want to channel that energy. Like, I want to be doing that.
Lately, I really like what Tyler's doing because that nigga for an hour straight, nonstop dancing in a wig and in a suit and like, and he created a character, and it's like, to be able to do that every night for an hour, like that's some God level shit.
Yeah, he's just like escaping.
And to rap everything, like, and to sing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. I have to add auto-tune, like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, or I watch like old shit like Prince or Jimi Hendrix. Like, Prince is dancing for 2 hours with a guitar. Like,
just having the time of his life.
It's like flying on strings, holding it. Like, that's the shit that's like, all this other shit don't impress me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the important thing about performance is you have to create a presence. Like, you have to be a god to these people. Like, that's why I don't let my friends get up there behind me, because like, it gets to a certain point where like, when people are looking up to you, they just want to see that one person. When it's a bunch of other people, it's fun, but it's like,
it's just like they're just watching you have fun at that point.
It takes away from your presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like it adds like an extra like character to you when it's just you up there, because it's like, that's all that they're seeing. Like, you're the main spotlight. Like, it adds something to like the factor of like the artistry.
Yeah, and I'm not a selfish person, but I think when you're performing, that's the one time where you can be completely selfish. Like, it's all about you.
Yeah, like for real.
So like my friends shouldn't be up there. Like, only person I keep up there is my boy Aaron, because he keeps people from like staying up, lingering. But like, other than that, I'd rather everybody be down there enjoying it, because that's what I would be doing. Yeah, I would be down there like trying to rage for you.
So, what do you think is next? Like, what are you doing moving forward?
Right now, I'm just trying to get videos together. I'm going to Atlanta soon to do a couple shows, and I think I might be doing Xavier Homecoming. I'm just trying to get these shows out the way and these videos out the way. I don't want to drop no more music until I completely like flush out this album how I want to, because I don't want it to go to waste. I think I had a pretty cool concept, and I got more ideas that I want to get out, and if they work or not, it's cool, but I just want to have the satisfaction of being able to get that shit out of my head.
Yeah, and because it's like you did it, like it gives you that.
Yeah,
like you checked it out. So, what would be your closing statements for this interview? What would you want people to take from this interview?
I guess just since we talked about performing a lot, like, just take the time to find a way to make people give a fuck about what you're doing on stage. Like, it's hard to get people online, but when you can show people yourself, your true self, live, I think that's gonna take you a long way, bro. Like, I think that's what people appreciate about me, is just the shows, the music, of course, but they can come to the show and have fun. Like, I'm not just waving my hand around at them.
Yeah, exactly.
And they paid money to come see me. You know what I'm saying? I think, if you're an artist, a recording artist, work on your live performances. That's what I'm doing every day, trying to make that shit better. Hell yeah.